16-4. Of course, even if you double the rounds, it's going to make absolutely no difference. You can tell that this squad with PMC are good at training. So we'll have to see how things are going to turn out and if Radix can make some kind of comeback in this Premiership season.
So this Radix lineup looks a bit different, I guess the best way of putting it, isn't it? Is that Shara, as in the guy who used to play for Flipside?
Possibly. Yeah, I thought actually Roma was in it, because he's one of the subs, maybe one of the other names.
Roma's Big J Killer B, I believe. I recognise that Justin Bieber profile picture.
Who was it? I can't remember if it was Jackie or Snuzz who actually mentioned their display picture as well. But, you know, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest anyway. But so far, it is 2v2. PMC do have to bomb still.
It is proper Shara. Okay. So that's a major level player playing now to try and save their season, I suppose. Best way of putting it.
To save what's left of it anyway. But it seems like now, so they will be rotating, but of course...
Got the read there.
Yeah.
The issue is Taylor has so much time to play with. He's still at 45 seconds. If he had a USP or something, he'd probably feel a bit more comfortable. Although, both CTs are in health range where they can be one-shot from the Glock at quite a range, to be fair. It's not too far. But the issue, I think, would be if the CT split up and give 1v1s, which they're kind of doing right now. I mean, Roma, or at least I believe it's Roma, is holding from jungle with the P250, quite conservative angle. Shara's doing the same, and this means he can only really plant default if he gets there. But he's so low, I'm not sure if Roma will let him. You know, he just needs one body shot, I think.
Yeah, and it seems that way. I was only on 3 HP, so he's ordered at 1 already, but it will be charging straight for Taylor now, and takes him out straight away, just like that. So, Radix, I think it's a start they absolutely needed.
We could think of it as on aggregate, 16-5.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if it makes up to the 16 rounds compared to the last time.
So I think Treshik as well is another CIS player. So it's Dream, Roma, Mr. Hoy, and then I believe it's 2 CIS players. So obviously Shara played with Flipside for a while. He had this infamous moment where he misstepped while on the stage at Cologne and fell off the stage.
Did he?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so that's actually what he's known for.
I'll make sure I keep that going. Played in a matchmaking about 2 weeks ago. Not bad.
That's random.
At 5 in the morning. Who knows what he was doing?
Oh, well, that makes more sense then. One of those 5 AM grinds. Yeah, when it gets to the point where it's 5 AM, you're not really grinding, you're just in autopilot, just thinking, I just want to get these games out of the way pretty much. I don't blame you in the slightest.
They might actually get this plant. So Harry C's used 2 flashes towards B. He's pulled all the rotation, and do they get the plant in time? If Roma peaked, he would have stopped it.
Ooh. Almost gets taken out there, so now only on 12 HP. Dream does get one of his own, so he only got 3 people left on this PMC side, and it seems like now not the best of spots.
The fact that they've taken out 2 people is quite surprising. Shouldn't be able to get anything else, yeah. So they got the plant in the first round. Normally what teams do is they eco the second, they buy the third round. PMC decided to just invest, I think it was 3 flashbangs overall. And they managed to get another plant, which means they could buy AWPs here if they wanted to. So we should see a player on about 5.8k, roughly. In fact, the highest 5350. What did he actually buy?
I don't know if it's a utility or anything like that, or Famis or something.
Yeah, it would have been a pistol from earlier on. But he still has gone for the AWP. But he's $50 short of Kevlar, which is a sad time. Sad time.
Yeah, not the
Didn't even get grenades. He's really sad about that in that case.
Oh dear, well, seems like now
it's a different style of play from Radix here, isn't it? It's a lot more confident, and you know, they don't really care about the risk of mistakes. Like, they're just playing essentially, I was gonna say, like a face-it game. Like, you know, they're playing as if this is just a group of 5 of them queued up together, and they're playing as another 5 that queued together, but they're not really treating it like a league game, I guess, to be the best way of putting it.
Yeah, crit now, of course. PMC don't have any mid-control whatsoever, so they're waiting to see if any members of Radix does make that crucial peak. They're playing very patiently so far, just to see if they can get any information, but Crit managed to finally take out Shara, and one of the members managed to come back now, but Taylor does get shot back, but just manages to survive.
Yeah, I think Shara overstayed his welcome a bit at mid on that bit. I think he was there for about 35 seconds, which is far too long. But it's all up to Treshik here. He kind of needs to shine. He's got the angle to not even get the close run-up. He's going to go for wild, surely.
Yeah, even though he does miss the first person, he does manage to take out Crit in the end, but Mr. Hoiber is trying to find that crucial kill, which he does. Taylor does get a trade on Dream.
Yeah,
it's looking very difficult at the moment, but with the AWP, it might be able to change something here.
He's looking for the battle, isn't he? Look at him.
Yeah, he's not mucking about,
This is a good positional play, though. The bomb is down. There's only 15 seconds left at this point. If Taylor were to check down, it'd be so unlucky for Mr. Hoy right now. But time's running out. He needs to make a move. He's not going to check. He's going to land on his head. I thought he was going to just go right onto his head.
I was thinking the same at one point as well, but of course he had to try and do something. But yeah, that was a good spot by him in the end. Sadly, will get taken out, so...
Yeah, I think the big thing, Treshik, he managed to get 2 from bench, which, yeah, I felt like he had no chance. He was being shot from 3 different directions. He got the 1, and Crit, maybe a bit of a mishap in terms of aiming at least. And then Mr. Hoy saved the day, I suppose. 3 kills to kind of finish off the round.
Yeah, he's quite good at saving the day recently. And Dream, straight away with that first pick, gets a second one on down the pass and is waiting for a third down mid. Managed to get him as well, so Manto gets taken out. And it's only Harry C and Crit remaining.
It's a real awkward situation. I see a lot more confidence in this Radix side. They're not, like, I suppose the best comparison would be 3 weeks ago, they would have been trying to play like a team with their regular 5. Now they've kind of accepted playoffs as a slim chance. We might as well try and just mix out the season. And if they keep doing it like this against Pat's Money Crew, who seem prone to that sort of play, it could work out really well.
Yeah, they don't want to obviously continue that losing streak, and I've seen it before where I've seen one team on a different title did go 0-12. I'll never forget that. But also they don't really want to follow suit, of course. And Martoad, let's get that first pick, so at least it gets PMC going a little bit. Crit is trying to see who's down connected. He will find Dream eventually if Dream doesn't pick up, but
Surprised he attempted that flick, to be honest. It was such an awkward angle, flicking up on such a tiny little spot. And again, AWPers with no armor seems to be a trend.
Yeah, it does. They don't seem to be too bothered about that aim punch. And Madtoad, another one.
He's got 3 in the round, kind of taking the round by storm, really. Yeah. Timing's not in his favour at all.
No, it's just don't want to see it happen, do you? It's just one of those moments, isn't it? And with Dream now, you got Big J just waiting around. You've got Harry C. We'll find out now that someone is on that A site with him. He hasn't really got too much health left, so this first shot's going to be absolutely crucial. He's in the 50-50 spot right now, but Crit does manage to take him out in the end. There's only Dream left standing. He's going to try and get some exit frats if he can, but does manage to get taken out.
Very awkward situation to be in for Dream. Well, I suppose Roma too. He's kind of caught. He knew exactly where the player was, but couldn't get any shot off on him. 10 HP. He wouldn't know he's 10 HP, obviously, but you know, for us, this is kind of like just one hit.
But looking at the KDs at the moment, quite similar. Shara hasn't got a kill on the board as of yet, but it's only the 6th round, so he's still got plenty of time to get himself up and going. Harry C will be looking through B-apps to see if he can get that first pick on the board.
Oh, he's legged him. They've legged each other.
Why not? You're going to leg me, I'll leg you, mate. You know, no mucking about there. And of course, he will pull back. And I'm not even going to say that name. I'm not surprised they've called himself Lols in the slightest. Not at all.
Question is what kind of mid-round play. So Pat's Money Crew is slowly going to take top mid. So they've done this a few times. They did it in the first barrier round. They took mid really late in. But this is quite an interesting way of doing it. So they're not going to give them, you know, the awareness that we have taken mid. We're just going to walk it out, let 2 players just kind of walk around. And the AWPers are about to meet once more, and this time Trashik wins it. But that kill's very important.
Yeah, he was legged earlier, but of course that didn't matter. And as you can see now, PMC are really trying to Successfully get on that A side, trying to get it execute, but sadly for them, one gets taken out, but Crit managed to get that trade, but sadly for him, let's get taken out, and just like that, PMC with another round on the board.
It felt like Mr. Hoy's mouse kind of, I don't know, got stuck, or he ran out of mouse mat or something then, because he turned away from the flash, and then went back to shoot him, and then he suddenly spun again. So I'm going to assume he did run out of mouse mat, like space, just because he was turning far too much.
You can kind of just tell from their cursor play, not their cursor placement, but their cursor movement, just when those little things happen, and I'm not going to lie, that is a massive pain, but as you can see now, most of the members of PMC will go straight to mid to get it controlled. Successfully they do, Molly in that window, keeping Dream back. Radix on that eco, so they will try and do the best they can out of this, but not looking too lightly, considering Crit got that first pick.
One thing we didn't mention, Radix matched their round total from the previous matchup.
Oh, so what, should we congratulate him now, or?
Oh, hang on, we did think at least double it. So they've got time to get 8. I think that's what we feel like they're aiming for.
Just shows that Train wasn't their best map in PMC, it just, yeah, Harry being cheeky as usual. No shock in the slightest.
Wondering though, what are they going to do with this? Because it's all rifles. Not much actual utility on that CT side. We've got 5 flashes, 5 smokes. No HE, no molly. So you're not going to be able to take map control through that. All you can do is kind of take gunfights or get perfect flashes out. And it looks like it's going to be a much more basic round. They've been going quite aggro at mid this entire first half so far.
Yeah, they're playing quite standard at the moment. Nothing too unusual, nothing unorthodox, as you can see. You've still got 2 members on B, but you've got Treshik there just on short, just hopefully you can find any information. Mad Toad is on short, but just manages to get one. Dream does manage to take out Taylor, but as you can see now, Dream will be pulling back, but fantastic pick there, Man Toad, but Harry will be trying to see if he can find anyone else through that B-apps.
Lol doesn't manage to walk out here without being seen, but I don't know how aware Mr. Hoy is to that possibility. Crit 1v4 though. No smoke is the issue here. Like, otherwise, he'd be in quite a decent chance. I'm not sure if they saw it.
Does manage to take out one anyway, but it's in a very difficult position. And he, of course, he had to take that risk at some stage, so he would have got pushed on low HP. Was hoping to get some kind of advantage, but sadly for him, one of the other Radix members does back him up.
So nothing too flashy in terms of the CT side. They've been, other than the first like 4 rounds, they were playing quite aggressive. Now they've kind of adapted a bit more. We play standard. They're willing to play slow. And here comes the fabled Radix things. Is it a full A smoke? So they've got the jungle smoke and the stair smoke lined up. There's a CT one lined up too. So it's regular A smokes with one guy in Palace, Orper in Palace. So the question is, what kind of reaction is there going to be from these A players? Roma still is Molly. It's Toys goes Molly, but they're double playing connector right now. So this is essentially, they're going to give up the site unless they move somebody under or anywhere closer.
That's right, Dream. Straight away knows how he sees in Palace, just waiting for some movement anyway, but Dream has to take it one, gets traded off by Taylor. Harry does peek out, does get pushed back a little bit, and now will get mollied off, but Mr. Hoy, 2 of his own, and Harry, of course, will have to pull back on that one.
Yeah, the CT smoke had a bit of a gap in it, because Roma was able to see onto the app's balcony without any repercussion. And it was just one of those things again, so as I mentioned, they're not feeling that bothered about it, they're not playing as a team right now, so they're willing to make these random plays, which they might get a kill or 2. Like Dream, he ran through that smoke, instantly got 1. Mr. Toy then did it again 10 seconds later, got 2. It's like, cause it's just one of those things where you don't expect another one person to do that. Normally they wouldn't do that in a team. So it's just these random plays which will frustrate you time and time again if they keep doing it. But at some point you need to adapt and expect it.
Yeah, so far, with a player to change for Radix, it's already made quite a big impact. But it could also be due to the map choice as well. PMC will be waiting patiently, getting ready to execute that A site. Not 100% as of yet, just going to see exactly what we can find.
I think they're going to walk up fully with all the deagles. awkward situation for Roma with the silence 7-4 in Sandwich there, because he's going to have a lot of players to aim at.
Slowly but surely they will go through. Roma does get 2 of his own. But Dream managed to get a third for them. Managed to get second and managed to get a third as well. Fantastic play by Dream there. And it's just very nice to see Radix with more than 4 rounds.
Yeah, and they've nearly reached that double mark. So
double
it's only up. It's only up from here.
There is no downside anymore. That's the main thing. But the good thing is the player change or 2, like I mentioned before, has made a slight impact. But again, it could just be due to that map choice.
So we're again looking at those A smokes. So this, are they the A smokes? Yeah. I think. Oh, this is different now. So they don't seem to know what they're doing right now, actually.
They're like, do you want to do it? No, I'll do it. No, you put the bomb, I'll do it.
Stair smoke, CT smoke. So it's the same 3 smokes coming in. The issue I had was that CT smoke that he throws in right now, there's going to be a gap where Roma peaks on the right side of the box. He did it last time. He's not going to do it this time because I think, well, because he used it the previous time, he'll figure that, you know, they'll adapt. But he probably could have done it, but this boost could be a next level play, really. Dream might be able to get a free kill. And if you remember last time, they ran through those smokes. So yeah. PMC are probably playing a bit more defensive about it now.
Ooh, Dream with a crucial pick there. Of course, they know now.
2 players in fireboxes.
Yeah, they're in quite a difficult spot. There's not really too much they can do unless Madto gets one from Palace. But even then, he does manage to eventually get Trader Mr. Hoy. But again, another, at least a 3K from Dream. So he's been...
He's been a bit of a difference maker in some of these rounds. I think the big thing again, though, the A smokes, this time, because of that mental game where we ran through the smokes last time, we're not going to do it this time. We'll sit back, do a nice little boost, which is fine. And PMC lasted so long to get onto that site that they just couldn't, they had no smokes left, no plant, nothing.
Yeah, they just felt really uncomfortable in this situation. Even if they got onto the site, when you said there's 2 on firebox, you can tell that they had no information if there's on jungle or connectors. So it wasn't looking too good for them. It was just a matter of time really before the rest of Radix made that rotation. Of course, Dream managed to get that crucial first ult from Midwindow with only Harry and... Who is that other player? I'm not going to say Lols, apart from just them.
That is his actual alias.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is his actual alias? Yeah. Oh, apologies. I didn't actually know that. Because there's been a few times in the past.
Considering Radix is named Big J Killer B, you'd think that LOL's might be just... No, that is his actual alias. Oh,
apologies to him. I didn't actually realise because I know they like to make a few cheesy name changes now, and especially with Fazan and... oh, no, I think it was Leroy. It wasn't Fazan, was it? Yeah, we have seen it in the past few weeks, but... Oh, that's fair enough. It's news to me anyway. Not fake news at all. So, going into this now.
Here comes the aggression again, though. They held back up before. The second player goes through as well. Should be a free card. Okay, good trade from Taylor. 2 for 2, T-side. You consider that advantage, right? Map control-wise, they didn't really get mid-control. But at least, as a T, you're always going to enjoy a 3v3 rather than a 5v5 or 5v4, I suppose.
That's right, and as you can see, PMC are working their way through B-Apps to try and get their execute. Luckily for them, only one member of Radix is patiently waiting for him, but it seems like now at least he managed to hold him off just for a little bit of time. He knows now there's that potential possibility of the rest of PMC pushing through now, but Madto does manage to get that trade. And Chara now trying to see exactly what he can do from this.
It's a really rough situation. He has to wait for Dream to actually get to the site. And that's another instance of a bit more of a mix. You don't have that chemistry, I suppose, with the players. Because I know that Roma and Dream have got plenty of energy together. And obviously with Mr. Hoy as well, only down to 1 HP. If this grenade... Oh, nice sprint, 1 sprint.
Oh, that's a shame.
That could have been huge. Still winnable, but he doesn't know that Madto's low as well. Otherwise, he'd have that CZ out.
But Madto makes to take him out anyway. Dream did some decent work, but in the end, Madto managed to clean up. So, gets another round on the board for PMC.
And they have dropped an AWP for Dream. So they have recognised that's, major key right now in their CT hold, at least, because he's kind of dictating the player just around the map, like whether it's on A or mid. This is a lot more aggressive than PMC. It looks like they're ready to just go A ramp straight through.
Yeah, it seems like they're just struggling to find an answer at the moment. It's not just due to them adapting. There's kind of small mistakes you saw, like they messed up the jungle smoke twice, only because there was a tiny gap, but didn't affect them too much apart from that one round earlier. But hopefully, they will make something of this. Harry is in Palace at the moment. Of course, Mr. Hoy will smoke it off, but Taylor does get that first kill. Crit gets to trade on Roma. Mad Toad on Dream.
Very rough situation from the CTs there. A lot of the players get into situations where if they have like half a second more, they get 2. But unlucky for them, they don't quite get it. Treasure could 1v3 really. I think his best bet is actually just to save. Just because it's last round next and they didn't have great money. Which is what he's going to do now. So I think he'll be able to... He's got $0 right now, so he'll drop a UMP, I suppose he could. Or an MP9. Something, you know, SMG of that kind. Potentially 2 Deagles, if CB are wanting those, I suppose. Yeah. The money isn't great.
No, it's not the best, of course, and they won't want PMC taking it to that 6th round. As you know, this map is multi-sided, but so far Radix have had a really good CT. But the worrying thing is, for them, is the fact that PMC have been slowly crawling back. But it all depends on PMC's CT side in this next half.
Yeah, they have slowly got a footing into the game, which is kind of what we expected Endpoint to do in that last game, wasn't it? We kind of expected after a bit of time they'll slowly get into it. But, you know, Endpoint weren't able to do it, but Palace Monaco seemed to have found a way in. And this is a lot more aggressive on ramp. Like, this is the first time they've actually been that close this early. And they're fully pushing in as well, so that's a lot of info. But are PMC reacting off it?
Not yet by the look of things. They are pushing slow to see if they can find any more information on B, but as you can see, Dream rotated straight around to B. He knew as soon as Roma and Mr. Hoy pushed up to A ramp, they realised then it was probably best for them to rotate all the way around. And of course, they're still in a good spot on A ramp if they were coming across. But if PMC push through, connects it onto this A site, it could be really bad for Radix.
It's a rough situation though, because they don't know about Palace. Like, in terms of if there's anybody in there, they've had to keep Treshik on A. And kind of surprised that Shara was able to get killed there, really, because Harry C can make the huge play here and win the round in one move. As soon as he gets in towards B here, he spotted one player. He'll be able to spot Shara as well. If they just don't, they don't need to rush it. They need to just hold for him. Let him make the contact. Instead, they're just rushing out themselves. Yeah, that free kill could have avoided casualties there much earlier on. But Roma and Missoy have got right behind them very quickly.
That was a great play by Harry with a lot of... Even though he hasn't got many frags on the board this game, that was an extremely crucial kill. You get some kills with exits, pistols, whatever, but at least with Harry, he's making his kills count as well. There's only one member of Radix left. He's trying to finish off Harry, but Harry managed to actually stay alive and take some onions. So at least PMC do get that 6th round, but the question is, will Pat's Money Crew actually make a comeback on their CT? It all depends on how their CT or Mirage is.
Yeah, I think the pistol's the big bit.
Yeah, their pistol, it really will depend on it in all fairness. And even though they didn't have the greatest of executes, what do you think was the downsides on PMC's executes on some of these sites? Do you reckon they've been too patient? Do you reckon there's certain moments, do you reckon it was timing? Do you reckon it was smokes? Is anything particularly you felt like they could have maybe improved on?
Just looking at it in general, just A smokes as a thing itself, it's such a basic strat that, you know, it's something you call matchmaking. Right? You know, you expect your local matchmaking players, whether it's actually pre-made or not, if you say A smokes, they'll know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's such a basic thing, which means everybody's played against it. They've had it come against them so many times that now people know how to counteract it, whether it's pushing through those smokes or just playing retake. It's just the fact that they didn't have much in their playbook, I guess, best way of putting it.
Yeah, we'll have to see from here. And just an update as well, Luminary did beat Royals off stream. So it's another win for Luminary on the board now. But going back to this game, Harry does get a pick, but Radix, all 4 members are on the site. Quick gets one through the smoke, gets 2.
This is still winnable. 10 or 16 HP on Mr. Hoy. And Roma, ooh. Inches away. He's giving him a chance.
Ooh, so Taylor, that was... If there's any time to win that 1v2, it was definitely then as well. And if Radix won that pistol, it could have gone worse from there.
I can't help but feel like they didn't need to peek. Like, they could have waited a bit more. Like, sure, like, I'm going to assume that... Oh, actually, hang on. Forget about that. We've got a bit of a crazy buy going on here. So Roma bought an AK instantly. They've given it to Trashik. He's got head armor. They've got this... We call this again, this is the existence buy. Because again, existence has done many things. He's come up with many things. So you get two players who've got over 2700, they drop AKs, you give them the Eagles, they buy head armor, and you rely on them to actually make the play. And it's not started off great with a scout shot to the chest for Trashik.
Yeah, unless you pass it around now to Dream or...
Yeah, Dream's the only person you can really give it to, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah.
There's the switch. You essentially just rely on them to get the moves. Although, if you miss the Hoy, I guess you can also take part. Just need some good trades is all you need. Use the players who have got no armor / no health as bait. Make sure you get the trade. 4v2 in a good situation considering they know where one of the players is. Yeah. Taylor needs to get a move.
Yeah, he needs to get a move on right this second. He does realise the bomb has been planted.
For Radix. This is still possible.
Yeah, Lulz will be waiting patiently. We'll be waiting for Taylor to come with him. He's going to make some of this. Realises there is one around, one in front of him as well. Managed to take up Mr. Hoy and sees there's one in Kinetis. There's still one in jungle as well. So much crossfire going on. And you can see from there, it was not impossible, but Radix made it extremely difficult, but managed to get through in the end anyway.
Oh no. Pretty good buy, considering. Like, the two AKs technically got 4 kills there. Which, good usage. And obviously, perhaps many people didn't expect the AKs. Although, I think it was Harry Seeing window. He got that target off instantly. I'm not sure if he saw the gun, though. They would have heard it if they were close enough, but that sort of info kind of changes the way you play it completely. Yeah. Especially because you think second round Delika, normally at least.
Probably would have made him play not just more passive, but probably just change up on the angles. And Mr. Hoy just managed to see one. Doesn't manage to take him out, but... Crit and Harris, he managed to take out Mr. Hoy and Roma already, but...
window.
That's right, yeah, and Dream managed to get the trade, gets 2. And now, Radix in that 2v1 situation in favour, but Lulz isn't going to have a great time at this stage, going for that retake.
Yeah, his best bet really is to get an AK and just save it, but it is being watched by Dream. Dream's having a really good game so far. 3 kills in that round as well. 22 and 12.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job opening that first half. So many times PMC could have not just got the bomb down, but stopped from retaking, but Dream's just playing really well. Like you said already, 22 and 12. And with the other members on the board, got Mr. Hoy in 17 and 14 as well. But on the other side, it's not looking too shabby. You've got Crit, who's neutral on 15 and 15. But it's still quite early yet, but after this round, it's going to be very important for PMC to try and win this next buy round.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anything comes from this Seeker round, just because they've committed to that A stack. But with the way Radix have played this out, at least, kind of, you know, they know we don't need to actually go straight to a side. We can control the map and then see if we can just pick somebody off here and there. Harry's in such a good spot. That's a free AK.
Just like that, and obviously the top fragger Dream gets taken out straight away in a very important kill, and they'll realise now there's a possibility that Radix might sniff out the fact that PMC did actually stack A, but at least now they split up and managed to get a few members of B, leaving Taylor and Lulz on the A side.
See, Harry probably should have asked if anybody has Kevlar after getting that kill. Because Madto does have Kevlar, yeah. And that would mean they'd be able to donate a Deagle to one of those USPs. Like, in terms of purely spreading your chances of winning, that's probably your best way of doing it. Lulz didn't actually get spotted then, either. Obviously, Mr. Hoy didn't clear it properly anyway, so it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Maybe they assume that because on eco, they're like stacking another site, but of course he was there. Maybe just trying to hit out for the information, but we'll be waiting patiently for the rotation.
This is a rough round for them. Even though it's 4v5 against Eco, I still wonder, can they actually complete it? Because the task is still ahead.
But Roma just managed to get that pick of Manto there. Shara gets one for himself. And even though Quick does get the trade, Roma trades back. So Radix, I don't think I'll be saying this. I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty weird day.
Yeah. Just based on, I think it's just, we might as well just throw the previous results out the window.
Might as well, yeah.
Way of looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
all our research information just out the window. No point even researching, was it? It's got to that point now. But yeah, PMC have made a buy, but of course, not the best of utility, but we'll see what they can make of this.
So Harry C's again gone for that AWP with no Kevlar, which doesn't shy away from it, I suppose, even though it's not a fantastic situation to be in. So again, we've got A smokes coming through. The CT smoke has landed properly that time. You can see no option for him to view. Crit's gone for that bold play where he's pushed forward a bit, and it's a good trade from Roma, thankfully. Plant goes down while the smokes are still up. So again, job well done with that. And it's a 4v4 post plant, and only one player really has nades. And he's on 4 HP.
I love that how you said job well done. It's like, oh, well done, mate.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
Has to be given out now. People are messing up some very simple things.
Oh dear, I bet they love it when you say that. But we do smoke for the bomb anyway.
It's got kit though. He can't find the bomb, he's finally found it.
But will Roma take the bait? He's holding it and he manages to get it anyway. So I think Roma had a small feeling that he may just let go, but of course, managed to get that important defuse as well. And if Radix managed to take that round, it would have been a massive struggle, very steep hill for PMC.
Yeah, very rough situation. It was, what, 4v3 I think it was, going into that plant. In a situation like that, as a T-side player, you kind of feel like, how do you lose that situation? Just because you outman them for one, you just make sure you get the trades, you win the round. Pretty much every single time. Very peculiar, and it looks like they're doing the same smokes again.
Second time lucky?
Yeah, I guess. It's one of those situations.
But Taylor, again, that first pick, Dream, gets one of his own. Quick must take out Shara in the end.
Dream's lethal with that AWP.
He is. He's a massive thorn. He's a pain in the backside, you could say. He was like that on the CT side, but it seems like he's the same as well on that T side, but he does get taken out. How he's seeing Mad Toad, the last two players alive to try and make anything from this retake. But the good thing is, Harry is in Palace, and Mad Toad is going on Says and Connector, so maybe when Mad Toad causes some kind of distraction, Harry can poke up, but no one even checked Palace, so he does get one, damages the other. And it's just Mr. Hoy left, so will Mad Toad even push this?
He does have a smoke. There was a kit behind him.
Fantastic. That was a great play as well. Yeah. I think the whole point of him dropping that smoke was just due to the fact that to get him to bait him out, make him think he will be straight up defusing it. But again, baited him to Soviet peek out from
Very
CT.
Tight, very tight. 0.4 seconds.
That was.
If the kit was slightly off, you know, that changes everything, doesn't it? Ooh.
Yeah, that was definitely a close one to call. Sadly, for Radix, they held that just a little bit longer. Maybe just let him go for that defuse. But I think the time was so short then, he just made that assumption that he did go for it. So I don't blame him for actually making that peak in all fairness.
Yeah, and in the past there were some issues just with CS where if you put a smoke down and tap the defuse, you don't hear that defuse noise. So some people still play as if that's still there. So sometimes you do feel like if a smoke's gone down, you want to check the bomb just in case. Yeah,
you start like... There's been situations like, not similar to that, but like before, but yeah, it still plays in the back of your mind, doesn't it? It just makes you think, oh, is it still like that? Even like a couple of years down the line, you'll still think that just because you dealt with it for such a long time. It's, yeah, I can fully understand that.
Treshik's got 3 kills with a CZ on an eco round. Somehow, well, he still has 2 bullets left in that gun. Fortunately, Shara wasn't able to win that firefight, but Treshik, he's a man on a mission right now. He's on for the ace, but Mr. Hoy will take that from him, but I don't think he'll mind. It's a good run to win. Especially when you look at that money on PMC side. Not good.
Yeah, they can't complain at all. PMC, of course, will eco this. It's looking close. Radix 13-9 up.
They are buying into that. So it was a double eco situation where even if you eco now, you only have about 3 grand. So you might as well buy. It goes 14-9. You then eco. You play for that draw overtime situation, assuming you don't win this force buy, obviously. But you rely a lot on those deagles.
That's right. They're so close on getting that first win as well. But Dream does manage to get Harry in the end. Just one step closer, of course, from getting his first win on the board in the CSGO Premiership. Dream pushing slow just as he can find anyone. Doesn't see anything.
Oh, no, shot by mistake.
Yeah, that was a big one. He will realise now.
Nobody seems to be aware.
Yeah, Crit didn't even turn around in the end.
He's managed to get through without finally being seen.
Yeah, that was, not going to lie, a little bit questionable, but at least they managed to take him out in the end. But taking 1-2 down with him. Shara takes down straight away. Mr. Hoy will be waiting for him. Just manages to get away, and Lowell's now was tempted to go straight for him, but does get an AK for himself.
Suddenly it's a 2v3 though. Even after Dream got that info early on, the round is up in the air still. Mainly because of that bomb's position.
Yeah, the rounds are getting a little bit messy now. We're not looking at all areas and not making the assumptions coming from the flanks from behind. Of course, you saw that from Connector earlier, but Mr. Hoy now making that full rotation all the way back, and eventually PMC, one or both, will make this rotate, and it's possible Radix could get away with getting this bomb plant if Lols doesn't stop him in time.
Yeah, it's quite fortunate. Lols had, I think he had 1900, so he bought a kit thinking, I might need this at some point, but obviously he doesn't need it now, but there was a situation where that kit would have been huge. And honestly, another weird round though, because it was, you know, I suppose Radix shouldn't really have won that round before anyway.
True.
So it's, you know, it balances out, I guess, in some way.
Weird complementing with more weird, isn't it, pretty much, to that extent?
It's peculiar. Very peculiar.
Looking at the stats, as you can see, Dream 26 and 17. Tresic is, of course, with 22 and 14. Mr. Hoy not too far behind with 20 and 18, but on the other side,
Crit staying neutral.
yeah, it was 15 and 15,
yeah.
and now he's 20 and 20. He's not moving at all. At least he's getting
Consistent.
Consistency of trade. Yeah.
You can guarantee he'll get a kill, but he probably will die. Ooh, B contact back nade. Well, it didn't do as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, didn't, maybe enough damage anyway, but
yeah.
Tele does get 2 of his own. Managed to get 3 just before he dies, and Mr. Hoy finally managed to get that trade, but Harry sitting in that same spot takes out Mr. Hoy anyway, and of course only 1 member left of Radix. Nice easy round for PMC, of course.
Kind of peculiar that Treshik was lurking at mid with the CZ. That situation, I don't know, it seems like a bit of a weird move. Like, I can understand a deagle, no armor, you kind of run around mid, you try and catch somebody rotating. But
yeah.
CZ, not...
It's
he is lethal with it, I guess. Like he got the 3.
Yeah?
he did get the 3 kills with it earlier on.
Oh, how many times have I heard that? I know my name is common now, but honestly, 16 years ago, it was not common. I'm telling you guys that right now, whoever's watching. Telling you that right now. But so far, PMC, at one point we did think they were delaying the inevitable, but as you can see, PMC making a really good comeback here, showing that the CT side is pretty decent, and Taylor's definitely stepping things up.
Yeah, quite a peculiar thing with that name thing you mentioned. See, I thought my name wasn't very common, and then Assassin's Creed came out. I got it from the Roald Dahl book.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
That's where you got the name Ezio?
Yeah, I switched up, yeah. And then, you know, Assassin's Creed ruined my day. So.
Oh. There's always one, isn't there? The worst thing about my name is the fact that, okay, I got mine from Perfect Dark in the N64, yeah? And, like, back in, like, 2001, 2002, it wasn't common. Like, no one knew about it. In Perfect Dark in the N64, it was a rank you could get, and it was one of the highest ones, which is why I chose it and got it. And over the years, I've seen Lethal Sniper, Lethal this, Lethal that, and it's literally, you know, I can't stop it. It's just one of those things, really. I just have to deal with it now.
Yeah, that round was quite weird overall. I think it was, so basically Radix did an A fake with, I believe, 3 players, did smokes, shot around a bit, 2 of them run in, and then on the way back they kind of got caught by a trailing player from Pasmaniku who intercepted them, I guess would be the best way to intercept the package, which not really the package, but the players themselves. Overall, like a really well played round from them. But it kind of makes you wonder how, like, considering that didn't work, that's quite an extensive thing compared to what Pat's Money Crew are running. So that's quite a, not a drilled thing, but it's a lot more, it's not just 8 smokes.
Yeah.
And Radix are now feeling a bit up against it. You know, we're looking at 13-13 here, unless something crazy happens.
Well, I'm not going to lie, I've seen a few crazy things in this, not just in this half, but we've seen a few weird rounds, trades which shouldn't happen, but Mad Toad is proving me wrong. But Dream does manage to get one for himself, but doesn't really matter. That was a very quick round. PMC showing they're not mucking about here, and not only have they made that comeback, they're now equalised now. So Radix, that first win on the boards, which they were hoping for, is looking not bleak right now, but much tougher, and PMC is making them work for it.
Yeah, it's an awkward situation now, because even if Radix were to win a round, they still need to win another one technically to have any effect on that PMC money. Like, we're in a period right now where PMC win, Radix are on another crappy buy. And this is another quick play from them. They did this basically with the eco round last, and it didn't work because of Mad Toad. And again, he's influenced the round once more from short.
That was a good aggressive play. I'm not sure if he's actually done too many aggressive plays with Yorp. From short beat, but sadly for him, just misses.
How has he managed to live through that?
Yeah, I was quite surprised by that, but Dream, as we know, has managed to take out Crit, so it's 4v4. And as you can see, Trekkies is there in Palace, but Taylor does eventually get taken out. But Lols is waiting on Firebox, survives on 4 HP now. Lols really needs to try and set it up, try and get as much information as possible.
He's staying alive long enough, but there's not much movement, really. Good kill. 1v2 for Mr. Hoy. He doesn't know where he is. Now he does, though. But there is a molly here. Unfortunately for him, though, the CTs do have a smoke if it were to go to a late period where he used it on the bomb. Trying to look for that one fight, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Mad Toad is in jungle at the moment. Harry C is trying to make something of it, knows exactly where he is, giving Mad Toad enough.
Ooh.
Just barely survives on that 11 HP. Mad Toad does push him, but fantastic 1v2 there by Mr. Hoy. It was looking pretty bleak considering the circumstances he was in. And managed to get that 14th round on the board for Radix.
Yeah, he had a few blessings there in disguise. The molly not reaching him, the AWP shot not killing him. It's just like, ooh. But fairly well composed from him as well. Obviously, it's not very easy to take that 1v2 and comfortably land the headshots when you need them.
Could have easily taken a couple of ticks of damage from that molly. Lucky for him, he just stood outside the way. Taylor.
Very risky AWP, but yeah, no Kevlar. Feels like he can get something done with it, is the main thing.
Dream does take out Mad Toad in the end. Taylor does get one for himself as well. Quick pushes right up, but Roma...
He actually got that flick last second right before he died onto Roma. Jeez. So that's actually quite doable now. It's, you know, I would say 2.5 men versus 3. But, yeah, there's still 10 HP. They can still put out a good battle. Harry C's position here. Typically, you always check the left first when you're going in, just because that's, you assume they'll be on that side if they pushed. Oh, no timing.
That was the worst time. That was such a shame as well. Fair play for Harry to hold in that area, because if he had just held it for another 10 more seconds, he would have got the crucial few kills. But as you can see, of course, Radix are pushing straight in. Taylor will be making a decision whether he wants to try and play for this or second. Oh, but get shot through straight away, down to 43 HP.
Oh.
No armor,
It's
nothing.
got to be a save.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah. They may have to play for OT if need be, but Radix, at least they get that 15th round now. I think they're starting to realise that both members of PMC will be pushing back, but depending on their buy next round, it will be a struggle. But it seems like that first win for Radix is looking very possible now.
It's such an unfortunate round in terms of how it's played out, though, because, I mean, there was a situation at mid where he was shooting at one and gets shot on the side. He kind of gets that flick off. Dream was obviously hit, I assume, by another headshot as well. You know, it's just small things not going in their favour. And obviously, with Harry and Apps as well. You know, 5 seconds longer, 10 seconds longer. Oh,
just barely.
He did get hit on that tick swap as well. Jeez.
Very lucky. Mr. Hoy did find him in the end, but just a little bit too late, so...
Do or die.
Do it, yeah, absolutely. Do or die time here. They do have some utility to play with, but PMC need to win this round. Radix in a fantastic spot to close out their first win of the season. But will PMC, will they stop this from happening?
Yeah, you can see quite a composed play from Radix, at least very slow. They understand there's not going to be much utility. Dream wants them to follow him in on his AWP, but looks things. So if he slowly goes up, I believe it's Shara with them, and he'll trail behind him, kind of acting as his shadow. But Taylor, he was tempting fate with that peek then. He might have peeked over. Getting super grenades out here. Although if they give him a free pick like that, that changes everything. Taylor's on his own here. Dream. You can just see the confidence flowing through him. Like, he's had a good game so far. He knows what he can do.
Just Dream doing Dream things. 3K.
He wants the fourth.
Yeah, he's going to go for the four-way to finish it as well. Dream, with that 4K, sadly for him, Shara did actually take one of the other kills throughout that round. But yeah, Dream is definitely the talking point, considering not only was he getting some of those retakes from CT side as well and making things, you know, been a complete pain for the PMC side as well. But he saw, like, you know, even though he's very aggressive with the AWP and also made some really crucial plays in terms of his confidence, he was getting those entry frags as well quite a lot from the T side.
Yeah, it was high impact and kind